Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to do a couple of things. First of all, I ended up getting a constellation for Yunjin before. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade her constellations. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually continue this little quest with them, which I'm assuming is going to involve taking more pictures, but we'll see. Mr. Wonderful Timing, Len and I were just working on a new poem. Need my help in getting some inspiration again? Haha, that's right. Under Otomo's instruction, I've been composing another poem with an Inazuman style, although admittedly I'm still quite the amateur. The theme of this poem is friendship, and indeed both of us can only lament that we did not meet sooner. One of the lines I would like to write depicts animals wandering the landscape in companionship with one another. Since this is an Inazuman poem, we must reference creatures unique to these lands. We do see animals unique to Inazuma pretty often, whether it be ones that walk or fly. But since they all appear out in the wild, let's head out and search for them, Aether. I am in your debt. Please help me take 4 photos of different animals from Inazuman then. Okay? Lamenting that they did not meet sooner, the two poets would like to depict animals wandering the landscape in companionship and compare their friendship to the scenes. Take pictures of animals found in Inazuma to get key inspiration material. So this is going to be interesting. Well, that's the 4 pictures that Len needs. Let's go back and look for them. But we can always take a few more. Who knows? It might give him some more inspiration. I could try. Okay, I was only able to find 5 pictures. Kind of like last time, really. Do you have the pictures ready, friend? Here they are. Let me see. Oh, these are great. I think I know what to write now. I've written a few more versions of a stanza based on the pictures that you brought. Why don't you pick the one we should use once again? How about you pick it yourself, buddy? Oh. I guess I'm still missing something then. A new friend, yet as if from old days. How I wish our story could have begun there. Imagine all the nights of tale-telling, their mystery enchanting. Stars shine upon our meeting, the sky embellished with pearls twinkling. From the joy of union, we are awakening, our sleeves inlaid with moonlit dew shimmering. Okay. Imagine all our wild dreaming to borrow the wind in sunny days like birds flying. Or imagine all the lakes and seas we could have gone roaming. Let's use the second option, imagine all our wild dreaming. Yep. I've heard that flying as free as the wind is the dream of all people from Mondstadt. Honestly, I'd say that this phrase suits Len very well indeed. It's just a shame that I didn't enjoy going out as a child. If I had a companion like you then, I might actually have a gliding license now. Friend, since both you and Otomo love this phrase so, then let us use it. Len's poem and the pictures complement each other a lot. Honestly, this poem just gets more and more moving as you read it and look at the images. To be honest, I have also been writing a poem for which I might need your aid tomorrow. Do you need me to take some pictures too? Heh, let's talk about it in more detail tomorrow. Okay then. So now, obviously I could wait till tomorrow to do the next part, but instead I'm going to go ahead and do this. Go to Rito Docks. It is time for the ships to arrive. Head for the Rito Docks. So this is where we're supposed to meet, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now.
Hi there! You must be visiting from Liyue to participate in the Iridori Festival. We'll be your guides, and we'll take you onto the island. Huh? Is it Paimon, or have we met somewhere before?
Yes, in fact we have. I'm Hues from Feiyun Commerce Guild. Aboard this ship we have calligraphers, painters, and even players of Theater Mechanicus. The inventor of Theater Mechanicus previously came to the Feiyun Commerce Guild seeking investment. Although the guild manager was not interested, the master still wanted to support them,
I wonder if Theater Mechanicus is going to be a minigame that we play this time.
We heard that they'd be demonstrating the game and letting people try Theater Mechanicus at the Iridori Festival.
Oh.
So the guild manager instructed Master and I to take the opportunity to come to Inazuma and investigate the product's potential.
Oh, speaking of which, where's the young master?
Master, he's,
There he is.
Whoa, Xingqiu's just sitting there, sound asleep.
What? Oh. It's the Traveler and Paimon. I presume you're guests in Inazuma as well? It seems fate has destined our paths to cross once again.
Oh, we aren't actually guests. We're actually guides for the Iridori Festival.
Xingqiu, how are you doing?
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up in a novel on the voyage here. When I finally realized what time it was, the first rays of dawn were already peeking over the horizon. Yes, now that we've arrived, the Kanjo Commission will likely wish to inspect our invitation letter. Let's keep it in hand, shall we? Huh? That's odd.
What's wrong?
There was a piece of paper underneath my bag. Strange. I don't recall seeing it there before.
Okay, you know what? I'm beginning to think it might be a Tanuki.
Ooh, let Paimon have a look.
The Five Kasen Splendor. Aoi no Okina. Glorious court life was my youth, and my old age a moonlit haze. I had not wished to behave so treacherously, but my very life was threatened. So I sought out my old work, and hid them in my clothes. I do not understand the reason behind all that has happened, only that the mysterious person's motives must be perverse. This poem was dedicated to Akihito, who to my great sorrow was banished.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. It's from the same series as the story we found before. Even the handwriting looks exactly the same.
The story you found before?
Oh, yeah, in the warehouse down by the...
Ahem.
by the poem hunt competition. Yeah, that's it. A friend of ours is on Rito to paint portraits of the Five Kasen. You know, as part of the Iridori Festival. Poetic stories about the Five Kasen have been hidden in various places nearby. If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then there's a chance you'll become the model for the next portrait.
Why is Paimon lying like that?
Wait a moment. So you mean that...
I mean, I know that she's trying to, like, not let him know that his books were stolen, but still. Paimon, you're so terrible at making up stories.
Hey, it's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
There's a chance of meeting Kelks in person?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You could say that.
Really? That's wonderful! I knew that Kelks would attend the Irodori Festival, but convincing my father to let me come to Inazuma was proving to be quite the high hurdle. I had to really rack my mind to come up with the excuse of evaluating the investment value of Theater Mechanicus. Just a few days later, word then came that Kelks would be busy painting portraits of the Five Kasen during the festival. It is a most rare opportunity for both Kelks and I to be in Inazuma together, but it seemed he would be too busy with the portraits to meet with me. So, I felt quite disappointed for some time now.
Don't worry, Xingqiu. Even though Kelks has work to do, he still has time to see friends. We can take you to see him right now. Also, we heard that Kelks did illustrations for your A Legend of Sword novel.
So you've already heard. To be honest, my works have drawn little interest in Liyue. However, the novels are selling quite well in Inazuma with the help of Kelks' beautiful illustrations. Kelks is not only a skilled artist, but he also carries out his craft with great alacrity. I heard that it took him merely a few hours to finish the illustrations for the latest chapter. But when I looked at the art, the brushwork did not even look the slightest bit rushed. His work is truly exquisite. Oh my, I was beginning to get carried away there. Let us depart, quickly now.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, the idea of meeting Albedo managed to draw Xingqiu's attention and keep the situation under wraps. Let's just hope we don't let anything slip while meeting Albedo.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you? And who is this accompanying you?
Xingqiu.
You must be Calx. It's a great pleasure to finally meet you. I am the author of A Legend of Sword, forgive me. It's rude of me to introduce myself by my pen name when meeting in person. Please, call me Xingqiu.
And you may call me Albedo, then.
No, that would be most improper.
Why not? Seeing as we're both friends of the Traveler, it'd be more convenient for us to use our real names. Besides, we've already corresponded with each other many times before. In fact, I feel a bit self-conscious seeing you act so politely.
Once again, I don't think Albedo's acting suspicious, so this might really be him.
It's not just you, Albedo. We haven't seen Xingqiu act this awkward before either.
It's a real eye-opener, that's for sure.
You guys, it's certainly not good taste for you two to be teasing me like that. Oh, by the way, we happened to find a story from the poem hunt competition at the docks. I heard that you are collecting them.
Poem hunt?
You know, that thing where we have to find pieces of paper with stories of the 5 Kasen? Venti found one, and then he was allowed to be a model for one of your portraits.
Huh? Oh, yes, that's right.
You show Albedo the piece of paper found by Xingqiu.
Oh, I understand the story now. Thank you. It's very helpful.
Splendid. Though, I'm still piecing together the story myself. Would you kindly explain it to me in more detail?
If all of you are free, why don't we discuss this over a meal?
Well, about that.
Do you have other plans, Xingqiu?
No, not at all. Speaking of dining, Shimura's unagi chasuke is quite delicious. Would you like to go there?
Sure.
Shimura's. Unfortunately, today is a bit windy. How about Uyu Restaurant instead?
Okay, that's fine too.
That's perfectly fine with me. But I must first unpack my luggage. Let's meet later at Uyu Restaurant.
Okay then. See you a little bit later, dude.
Something didn't quite add up just now.
Huh? No way! Paimon thinks we acted well together. Did we say something we weren't supposed to?
No, Paimon, I'm not referring to us. Traveler, what are your thoughts?
Xingqiu is acting a little suspicious.
Huh? Xingqiu's suspicious? Hey, what are you two talking about?
Paimon, you read the poem, right? Although it may seem confusing to Xingqiu on its own, what if we read it together with a previous poem we found?
Read them together? Let's see.
It sounds like it's referring to what's going on with Venti.
Suiko lost Aoi no Okina's poem in a drunken stupor. So, Aoi no Okina recovered the poem and gave it to some mysterious person. Huh? Wait a minute. Could today's story be hinting that the one who stole the latest copies of A Legend of Sword is Xingqiu himself?
Now that would be a twist, wouldn't it?
No way! That can't be right! Xingqiu only arrived in Inazuma this morning!
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Xingqiu had only just arrived in Inazuma, how could he recommend Shimura's chasuke?
Because he heard about it from somebody else before arriving?
Moreover, he didn't raise any questions when I suggested another place because of the windy weather. This means he knows that Shimura's is an open-air restaurant.
Yeah, because he heard about it from somebody else before he arrived here in Inazuma?
Are you saying that Xingqiu has already been in Inazuma for some time? And that he's only pretending he just arrived?
I mean, that's possible, but I'm still saying that he could have heard it from somebody else.
Yes, that is indeed my conclusion.
But how could Xingqiu be the book thief? His mission is to fight for justice, isn't it? There's no way he'd do something against his own ideals.
Unless he doesn't like something that he wrote in the book.
Calm down, Paimon. Even though this is the first time I've met Xingqiu in person, we've communicated via letters for some time now. I do have some understanding of his character. I think there must be some deeper motive at play here. The story also tells us that Aoi no Okina flees with a poem because of a threat.
Oh? Could Xingqiu be in danger?
It's difficult to say at this point. But given that your restaurant is indoors, it'll be easy for us to detect anyone following or eavesdropping on us. I think it should be safe for us to talk there.
Okay.
I'll be relying on your assistance to get to the bottom of this matter.
Got it.
Good. Then let's head to Uyu Restaurant.
Huh. Neat little sign there. So where is he?
I don't see anyone suspicious around. It seems clear for the moment. Let's go inside and wait for Xingqiu.
Oh, this whole thing's starting to make Paimon a little nervous. What do we do? And what do we talk about when Xingqiu gets here?
First, we must ascertain whether Xingqiu was already in Inazuma or not. If we can find evidence of him deceiving us, then we can use it as leverage to persuade him to tell us the truth. Since we're still waiting for him, why don't you go and chat with other guests in the restaurant and see if you can learn anything useful?
Okay then. That we shall do. Let's... Oh, I can't talk to him? What about, Okazaki something or other?
Hello there. What can I get for you?
Rikuto.
Hi, do you have any special recommendations today?
Why, of course. I'd personally recommend our freshly caught seafood. It's been pouring these past few days, so the fishing boats haven't been able to sail at all. But the weather finally cleared up today, so we have some fresh catch.
So the weather at sea has been bad these past few days?
It sure has. A few guests from Liyue were just telling me that their boat was heaving and rolling all the way here. They couldn't do anything but sleep the entire trip.
Huh.
Oh, this might be some useful information.
Yeah, especially since we saw him sleeping when we first met him. Let's talk to Akito.
The last phase of the Irodori Festival is when they release the all-new publications. The one I'm really looking forward to is A Legend of Sword.
That's right. A signed first edition is going to become quite the collectible. I've got to get my hands on a copy.
I've seen Genyu's signature before. His handwriting is super neat. He must be really diligent about his style.
He'll be there in person on the day of the release, so we'll get a good look at him then. I hear that he's actually pretty young.
Wait a minute. Did you just hear that? Not only will Xingqiu be signing novels at the release, but his handwriting is super neat?
Please, talk to me if you want to order.
I'm not too surprised his handwriting is super neat, although we could compare it to the one on the notes. Have a seat. Let me know if you want anything. So how did you meet the owner? You're asking about us? Well, that's a tough question. It's a long story with a side of karma, that's for sure. When I was still young, I was ordered to monitor an important figure at the Tenryo Commission. Somehow, forget it. I can only thank the Archons that this person eventually retired, and we could finally get married after that. Thank the Archons indeed. So I guess there aren't any other people? No, there's at least one more person around here somewhere. Let's talk to Albedo.
Please, talk to me if you want to order.
Albedo, what should we talk about when Xingqiu gets here? Any ideas?
I will try to break the ice by talking about our work on novels and illustrations. If he really is hiding something, then he might feel even more nervous than we do. If we start by talking about our work creating novels, perhaps he will lower his guard.
Oh, come to think of it, Xingqiu mentioned that he'd like to thank you for finishing the illustrations on time. He said they looked amazing despite the time you had.
Huh.
Is that so? That is also a very valuable clue.
Interesting. Xingqiu arrives shortly after and everyone
that
enjoys...
was delicious.
What?
Inazuman cuisine largely consists of fresh seafood, which is certainly to my liking.
That's good. We were worried you might not have an appetite because you didn't sleep well. Now's our chance. Let's talk to Xingqiu and see if he says anything useful. Maybe we could start by asking him about the journey.
Okay. Let's see. Talk about the scenery on the journey.
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. The sheer monotony of the trip caused everyone to grow a little impatient.
So now we know he's lying.
So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we approached the islands of Inazuma, everyone crowded the deck to have a look. However, The ship sailed along at a crawling pace. It took a whole day from the time we saw the mountain peak to the time we docked.
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious so far.
No, there was something really suspicious. Thank you, Aether.
Oh, right! If it took an entire day to reach the docks, then it would have been pouring rain at the time they saw the top of the mountain.
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence. Let's discuss creating novels with Xingqiu.
Talk about Albedo's illustrations.
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to express my sincerest gratitude for providing the illustrations in my novel. My novel didn't sell well in Liyue, so I must admit that I had some reservations regarding its potential. Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations. This made me feel as though what I was trying to express could be understood after all.
Thank you. However, I took some risks in the illustrations, so I'm feeling slightly uneasy myself.
Risks?
Light novel illustrations are typically centered around the characters, but this time, I adopted a different approach in the illustration for the last chapter.
Well, that scene was intended to depict the change in the world, so I thought it very fitting to draw only scenery.
Doesn't sound like anything suspicious has come up so far.
No, there was a crack in his alibi. My illustrations were sent for printing the moment they arrived in Inazuma. So, logically speaking, there's no way he could possibly know what the illustrations look like.
Huh.
Xingqiu, we have something very important to ask you now.
Oh? Why the solemn looks all of a sudden?
Xingqiu, what's with the facade?
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days. So when you said that everyone came running to the deck to see Mount Yogo, that couldn't have happened!
On top of that, the latest installment of A Legend of Sword will only be revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received a sample copy. And if that's the case, how could you know what my illustrations look like?
Well...
Getting nervous, huh?
The jig's up, Xingqiu. You were already in Inazuma before today, weren't you? Are you in some kind of danger but can't tell us the truth? Don't worry. The Traveler and Albedo are no pushovers. We can help you.
No, please. You misunderstand me.
You gotta love how Paimon just volunteers other people to, fight and stuff for, well, in this case, to fight for other people.
I suppose my lack of sleep is inevitably taking its toll on my mind. I didn't notice for a moment that you were testing me at all. I did in fact come to Inazuma early to handle some things. Let me consider how to explain this. Oh, this is most embarrassing.
Oh, well, if this isn't a coincidence, I didn't expect to see everyone here.
Huh? Tone-deaf bard, what are you doing here?
I heard that the owner of this establishment has some fine-aged wines. I didn't want to miss the opportunity to taste them.
Paimon knew you couldn't possibly be up to anything good.
Is drinking wine bad, Paimon?
Says who? In fact, I come as the bearer of good tidings.
Did you find another piece of paper?
I just bumped into Kujo Sara a moment ago. She said that the Tenryou Commission has apprehended the criminal who stole all those copies of A Legend of Sword. You needn't worry about it any longer.
Huh? The criminal who stole A Legend of Sword?
Did I say something I shouldn't have?
Oh no. The person they apprehended. Was it by chance an editor named Onodera?
Apologies, Kujo Sara didn't mention a name. But I saw her taking someone toward Hanamizaka.
Oh boy.
Everyone, it's too late to explain. We must make haste and rescue Onodera.
Okay then. Then let's go to the editorial house in the next video, because now I'm going to be continuing the Archon quest. I saw whatever this was, and I decided that I had to collect it. It was only 15,000 mora. Okay, let's jump down here now. Oh boy. Fend off the treasure hoarders. Come on, no one's guarding this place at all. Alright, stop moving all that useless stuff and grab more.
Time for takeoff.
Blah blah blah. Oh crap, we've been discovered.
rest and rebuild.
Yeah. These guys are really, really easy. For some reason, my headphones are actually... syntax... something guy... I couldn't read that. Anyways... This should be the thing... Shishang was... I don't even remember what her name was. Or how to pronounce it. If the game ever even told me how to pronounce it. A lot of dialogue there I couldn't read. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go all the way over to where the character is up there. This looks like a proper puzzle, doesn't it? Whatever is going on with that. I may have to solve that before I can enter the chasm. We're back, you big liar. Eh? Me? What happened? No one was guarding the warehouse at all. What do you mean it's well guarded? Huh? That shouldn't be the case. When I was guarding the place, the treasure hoarders wouldn't even dare come near it. Wait a minute. Who did you say was guarding the warehouse again? Me? Well, are you guarding it right now? Well, come on now. Which adventurer in their right mind would let themselves get tied down with such a boring task, am I right? Huh? Ah, right. Well, putting aside your dereliction of duty to putting your dereliction of duty to one side for the time being, let's talk about how we'll undo the array instead, shall we? Right. Honestly, I'm not too sure about how the bedrock key works, but you could start from looking into those cage-shaped geo-elemental formations over there. What is that? These strange formations have been puzzling the Ministry of Civil Affairs for some time now. They seem to have grown up from the bedrock of the chasm over the last 2 years, and their properties are very similar to those of the thing underground. We say this because they can undergo some kind of disintegration when under the influence of the anomalies. Later, Hues Hall's investigations revealed that they have been absorbing geo-elemental energy from the surroundings, slowly eroding the structure of the bedrock keys. It is a most ominous phenomenon, almost like something is consciously trying to break the sealing array. We have to clear them out twice every month, but they will always grow back quickly, and they have only grown back quicker over time. Perhaps that thing below is growing restless, and that is why the Qixing has sent us to investigate. Okay, so look for a way to destroy the bedrock. I mean, it's so obvious what I have to do. You go like that, right? And then you grab these, and then you bring them up to one of these. There's one. Do I have another one around me right now? I think I do. I can't tell though with the shield up. Nope. I gotta grab it. Where is it? It disappeared. Darn it. I have to wait for it to respawn. Oh wait, never mind.
Solidify!
Here we go. Huh. Well, as for how we should remove the bedrock key here, we could try hitting these formations and use the shards they release to affect the bedrock key, perhaps. Okay. So there's one. And then here is another. Oh, wrong way. I just assumed hitting it would automatically target the other. Oh, now I know what those weird wavy lines are all about. We have to go to those points or whatever. Well, that should do it. Let's talk to her again. Huh, you undid the bindings on the bedrock key so easily. Guess we were right to put our faith in you. I'm quite sure we just damaged public property. Won't the Qixing investigate this matter? And Mooning has already sent a damage report ahead of us, so technically, The bedrock keys were damaged before we arrived, not after. Well, that leaves 4 more that we need to handle. Ah yes, I've drawn a basic diagram that shows where 3 of the 4 are. I hope it'll be of use to you. Okay, that's a pretty easy map to understand. As for the last one, honestly, I'm not very sure where that is anymore. After the miners were dismissed, there was a seepage incident in that mine, causing the cylinder to be submerged under the waters. In any case, just settle the other 3 sites. We'll meet up after that and think about what to do next. Not coming with us? Not this time. I mean, I was originally assigned to guard the warehouse, but thanks to my slip-up, I nearly let the treasure hoarders in there. Honestly, I'm already in your debt for not reporting my error. Things can get bad if Mooning catches me and puts me on the trail of some errands again, so I'll just stand guard as I should. For now. Still, I believe that this riddle will be no match for the 2 of you at all. It's not really a riddle, you gave us a map to show us exactly where the things are. So I have to find the 3 of them. Open the inventory to view the map. I don't need to view the map, the game is telling me where they're at. See? Right there. So let's run along here and activate this teleporter. And collect any treasure chests along the way.
Stabilize!
While we're at it. And, you know, stuff like that. Mainly because I can. Oh, look. A Sealy. You know what? I'll solve this puzzle very fast. Because this is related to treasure. Come on.
You're open.
Okay, guys. I was gonna leave you alone, but you just had to push it.
Think you can get away?
So,
Hold the line.
now you're gonna regret it.
Take flight.
If there's a treasure chest related to you, then I'll be getting that as well. I guess not. No big deal. But now I'm gonna collect these. Because I do need this kind of stuff. I'm glad that this is heading in the direction that I wanted it to head in. It's very nice for me. Activate that. I'm not gonna go and mess with those treasure hoarders back there because I don't need to.
One man's stone.
A little bit surprised that there's a, whoa, hey you! I haven't seen one of these things in a long time. Anyways, I'm a little bit surprised that they added this little tunnel here. And an underground area, not era. Here's one of those keys, let's blow it up. Okay. But first, we have to get that, then that. Paimon remembers her saying that, I couldn't read that. I was too concentrated on the...
Here we go!
On the enemies that I've got to fight here. Okay.
Yeah! Let's play!
Come on.
I will have order.
I just want to get rid of
Time
them
for
very
takeoff.
fast. And then I can worry about that.
Whirling snow!
Now that I have gotten rid of this stupid shield, this should be easy. Now where is that thing? Okay. So I can't really hit it yet until... Okay, yeah, I can. There's one of them down. I wasn't sure if you could hit it before you managed to
solidify.
Do this part. Like before, I had to complete all the 2 of them or whatever, and then I could hit them. What? Well, how's that supposed to work? Okay, fine. Oh, that has to be done later. Okay, that makes sense. You gotta wait till it gets lower, and then you can do it. What's an archaic stone?
Take flight!
And more stuff. I'm gonna just claim this prize very fast. Kind of distracting me. Oh! You know what? I'll defeat this guy. Get the treasure chest. And then I'll worry about everything else a little bit later. I remember now that I actually don't like these guys. The Geo Bishop. For good reason. They're annoying. That wasn't too bad that time though. Oh. There we go. Now give me my treasure.
Today is a lucky day.
Okay, let's go up here to where that is. Oh, claim that. A lot of those in this area.
Stabilize.
I mean, I've only found 2 of them, but it's still a lot considering that I hadn't seen any prior to this area. Except for the one that was above, never mind. Where? Oh, right here. And did that work? I believe it did. There's another one down. My headphones are really... They're making this, like, really irritating noise. It's gone. Paimon wonders how these cage-shaped objects do something. I couldn't read the rest of it, but there is a Sealy here, and oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting to jump up that high. There's a treasure chest in here. Yay! I think I can try to get this treasure chest before I follow that Sealy anywhere.
Think you can get away?
Order guide you.
Oh boy. There's multiples of them.
Sakura swirl.
This might work. I think that worked. Yes, it did. Claim all the prizes first.
Today is a lucky day.
What was up with that? Kinda got stuck there. You gonna lead me to the next one? I think it will. At the very least, it seems like it's... What? Did you see that? I don't think I've ever seen a Sealy do that before. Well, that was weird. I may as well do this. I don't know what that was that I just passed, but doesn't matter. Oh, it explodes and hurts you. Challenge completed. Exquisite treasure chest.
Unsolicited. And all the more valuable
And
for it.
let's see if I can find that stupid Sealy. Maybe it went through the wall or something up here. Because that's the only thing I can think of. Is that it somehow went through the wall. I don't really see it. You know what? Let's get this treasure chest up here first.
Brace yourself.
And then after I get
Would
this
it glide and be
treasure chest,
faster?
I'm gonna head to the next spot. No!
Time
Thought
for
that you
takeoff.
could use those stupid platforms
Rest and rebuild.
to protect yourself. And it's working so far. There we go.
Unsolicited.
Oh.
And all the more valuable
I keep
for
forgetting that these things exist. These little viewpoint things. It's very easy to forget that. Anyways, so another one is over there. And over there, and then over there. So there's 3 more left that I have to get. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if the Sealy actually is somewhere out here and I just don't see it immediately. What's up with all that? Why does that area look all special? I'm gonna investigate this just a little bit. It's not damaging me. It's very weird. Anyways. I could have jumped up there, but I'm mainly interested in getting to this treasure chest down here. That's one of the reasons why I did that.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Now let's take these things this way. I gotta wait till my stamina recovers. Is that enough? Now the question is where exactly do I need to go? I think that's a very important question. It's kind of hard to tell with these. Oh wait, I can use the map as a reference. Duh. Okay, right there. Yeah, I can even see it on the mini-map. Not to mention the blue dot that's down there. There are plenty of ways of seeing it. Okay. I haven't seen one of these kinds of puzzles in a really long time. Ah. What? Okay, that's it. I know that I was missing quite a bit there, but there was one of those shots that should have hit. Finally. I was having a lot of trouble with that one. And I don't know why. Anyways, jump down here, complete this. There's another treasure chest over there. Here, over here! Yeah, Paimon, I see it. It's kind of hard to miss. I might go grab that treasure chest after I get this one.
Stabilize!
My apologies!
Him very fast. Are there any treasures? Yes. Now where is it? Oh. Paimon remembers for saying that we need to get this. Okay, yeah. It's easy enough to remember. It's not anything that important. Now I'm glad that they do have this wind thing here. It makes it a little bit easier.
Take flight!
They're about to fall off, aren't they? Yep.
Solidify!
Okay. There should be one more down here. And I suppose I'll be able to defeat this enemy without knocking him off. Yep. Okay, I still needed to do one up there. Darn it.
Brace yourselves.
Not a big deal. Just a matter of gliding over. Break this. Like that. Put that in there. Ah! Now go over here. There's a Sealy down there. I no longer trust Sealies after that last one. I could see a Sealy way off in the distance there. It's kind of funny. Actually, I think I saw two. Now that's efficient destruction. Whoops. We've undone the seal. And defeat this guy very fast just for the item. Or not. That's unfair. Anyways, I can go all the way up, right? I'm gonna get the treasure chest that's up here very fast. I only have one more of the bedrock keys, so I am gonna go get that before I stop. But first things first. Give me this treasure.
Think you can get away?
I can do this. Please hit him. Okay, it did hit him.
Whirling snow.
And now, he's the only one left. Right? Yep.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
Good. And we'll get these as well. can always use more iron chunks. I've been running out of those. I've mentioned that in the past before, but when you're doing the weekly thing where it tells you to make, like, forge 20 items or whatever, iron chunks are the ones I usually choose to use to forge particular items. Anyways, teleport over here. I'm glad that I had a teleporter right nearby. And solve this puzzle. I wonder if you could have solved this puzzle before doing the quest or whatever. Or the part of the quest that tells you to solve it. That would have been interesting. Anyways, this one's a little bit more complicated because it wants you to use these lifts. I think. I'll find out in a second, I suppose. Did I broke that, right? But I didn't collect. And you know what? I can now do that. So, let's go ahead and break this too. Go all the way over here. I would have gotten those if I thought I could. Thank goodness. There's one. One down. Oh, look at that. I created the pillar so that was like sticking straight out to the side. Now that I've done that, I can use this platform. Please work. There we go. That might have been good enough, right? No? Where's the final one? It has to be low enough that it'll be able to hit it. But I don't know where it is. It's not in this house, is it? It's acting like it might be in this house. Oh wow, it is. Interesting. There's even an exquisite treasure chest in here.
Is another man's gem.
Let's get rid of these treasure hoarders very fast.
Another test zone.
Huh? This place has been taken over by the treasure hoarders. Who's there? Everyone, we're under attack. Defend the workshop. It's useless. You can't resist. Stop. Please stop. Let us explain. Aren't you guys just a bunch of treasure hoarders? Just turn yourselves in. There's nothing to explain around here. Millilith Squad Leader Yanbo of the Chasm District. At your service. It's an honor to meet you, Aether. And your most eminent flying companion. Hey, it's Paimon to you, mister. Haha. I apologize. I'm very sorry. But I think there's been a small misunderstanding here. You mean the logo that's on your shirt right now? The one that says you're a treasure hoarder? So you're not treasure hoarders? Well, no. Just the opposite. Well, and you're not wrong to say that this area was indeed one of the treasure hoarders' lairs. After the workers were dismissed, those weasels wormed their way in here. At first, they were just mining, smuggling some glazed sand crystal, and playing hide-and-seek with our patrols. But they would grow bolder as time went on, even breaking into and occupying the old warehouse that the miners left behind. They even used the tools there to make their own cheap little trinkets to sell. Breaks my heart every time. What breaks your heart? Such rough-hewn trinkets can only be used to cheat first-time visitors to Liyue or some ivory tower scholars. And I'll bet that they'll try to get them on the market using lower prices too, perhaps even trying to undermine some legitimate brands. It's not like they've got any brand power themselves, right? That's true. I suppose it's a joke in poor taste to think that they'd make good more off this. That's why we came here and took care of the treasure hoarders who originally held this position, before disguising ourselves as them and lying in wait. Well, that was a while back now. We had managed to ascertain thus far that one of their leaders is in contact with a branch of the Fatui, and that they may be preparing a transaction involving dangerous items. About the contact between the Fatui and the treasure hoarders. Although we foiled the Fatui's plot before, they maintain some strength out here in the wilds. Their professionalism and combat prowess are not to be underestimated. Indeed, we consider them opponents of the utmost peril. If they were to team up with the treasure hoarders to go against us, it could pose a very tricky security risk indeed. Whatever the case, we were fully prepared for an all-out assault. We just needed to catch them all in one fell swoop, and then we'd have known what they were up to. And that's when we arrived. I mean, we knew that you were good, but we didn't think that you were this good. You pretty much incapacitated about half the people under my command. Of course, we were here for another reason. This is where one of the bedrock keys that hold up the 7-star array is located. We couldn't allow that to fall into the treasure hoarder's hands. I'm sorry, it looks like we really beat up the wrong people this time. Well, yes, but as I said, the fault was ours first. Wow, this guy is pretty easygoing, huh? Does this mean we can leave? So just because I don't blame you doesn't mean that Liyue's laws won't. Hehe, sorry about that. Eh? Finish your sentence next time, will you? Let me see. Battery and assault, obstructing the Millilith in their duties, attempting to destroy the 7-star array, and damaging premises. Even with the Millilith's consideration, congratulations, you'll be offered food and board in Liyue for an extra 5 to 10 years. Eh? Do I get a lawyer? That's right, give us a name list. But, please, let me finish. However, if law-abiding citizens or Outlander guests might use legal means to assist the Millilith in their duties, they can gain the reward and compensation due to them. This, too, is the law of this land. So, don't worry, that fight previously was not utterly in vain. So, what do we get from helping you? Well, stolen goods should not be so casually moved. But if you're willing to aid us, any items that you may coincidentally find along the way, for example, a treasure hoarder's secret stash or something, is yours to do with as you please. We also have some more on us, which I hope you won't mind having. It's not a lot, but we weren't counting on needing outside help like this either. So that means no jail time and treasure to be had, is that right? Yes. Alrighty then, you've got yourself a deal, mister. Lead the way. One moment, I haven't... Alright, don't be too reserved now. I'm going to head to our rendezvous point to await further orders. Catch up soon, or we'll act first. Okay, come on, let's follow him. Hey! Come on, we're assisting with official duties, you know? And there's more to be had, too. Well, I wasn't done in this area. Don't take me wherever you want to take me. Is this a completely new quest? Yeah, it's completely unrelated to this. Where's all the items that I got? Did I not get any items for that? Oh.
Solidify!
Anyways, I've got to activate this last one here. So... that should be good enough, right? Yes. Cutscene! And now... there's only one left. Huh. Looks like we're all done. So now I have to go back to report to her. Not yet? Alright, let's go look for her then. So, that'll be in the next video. But it does look like we can see, like, a general area of where that's supposed to be at. If we come out here... yeah, you see, it kind of shows us it's all the way over there. I don't know if solving that first would actually affect this quest in any way, assuming that you can solve it before talking to her. So yeah, this is where I'm stopping. Thank you very much for watching. The next time I play, I'm going to continue the timed event as well as this Archon quest. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.